Okay, so the idea with the class is just to go through some very simple and easy warm-ups to begin with. We just stand with our feet at shoulder width apart and just unlock the knees ever so slightly. And then the idea is to turn from the very core of the body. So just gently warm up your back, just look back over one shoulder and then gently look back over the other shoulder. Do that a couple of times. This is just to loosen off the muscles, get them started. And then the turn really begins in earnest from the belly. Let the arms hang loose. Just let the hands softly tap onto the body. So open up the palms of the hands and just let them slap gently onto the side of the body. So this exercise can be done sitting down as well as standing up. In fact, all of the exercises can be done sitting down as well as standing up. Or alternatively, you could even lie down and just listen. So it just depends on where you are energetically. Just allow the body to gently turn from side to side. So these little warm-up exercises have got two main reasons, I suppose, for being here. The first is clearly to get your body moving. And so by that, when we start to turn in this way, we start to tap our hands onto the body. We're just tapping onto various different acupuncture points around the body. And we're just starting to stimulate the flow of qi in the body. So quite clearly, when we open up the hands, we're just tapping onto the palm of the hand, but also your forearm just gently taps onto your tummy, and the wrist gently taps onto the small of your back. So you're just making contact with two really sort of major points there, tummy button, and directly through the core of your body to the small of your back. You can imagine a kind of an axis of energy all the way from the belly button through to the small of the back. And the energy field that sits in the middle of those 2 points, slightly more towards the back. So we're just livening up this area of the belly, tapping onto these acupuncture points on the hands and on the front and back. But also, obviously, there's a musculoskeletal aspect to it. When you turn your spine like this, it just gets the joints moving. We're going to do some forward bends in a minute to complement it. But also, as you tap the hands on, you're also tapping onto your liver, you're tapping onto your spleen, you're tapping onto your kidneys, tapping onto your intestines and so forth. So that gets the sort of the body going as well. So we're just gently working away here, livening up the body, waking up the spine. So that's the one aspect of it, is to get our bodies going. But also, the more familiar we become with an exercise, the easier it is for us just to fall into a very gentle rhythm, I suppose. And finding yourself in an easy, gentle rhythm brings your mind into a quiet place. And so not only is it a body exercise, it's a qi exercise. We bring our minds into a nice qi space. Lets the mind gently switch off, lets the mind go into neutral. We have the whole thing starts to relax. And so this is what's also called getting into a qi state. So qi, yeah, the whole universe is made of qi. The idea is that there really is no difference between the inside of you and the outside of you and the outside world. If everything is part of this kind of energy structure called chi, then we're basically swimming through a lovely soup of chi. The only thing that stops us from really recognizing this is the kind of left logical side of the brain. It creates all these constructs for us. The left brain keeps us convinced that we're completely separate and that everything else is out there and we're in here. But the truth of the matter is much less straightforward than that. I mean, if you think about radio waves, there are radio waves everywhere. You pick them up inside your house and you pick them up inside your car. They must be inside your body. Some people occasionally report they can pick them up in their teeth, don't they, or their dental work or whatever it is. So yeah, obviously, there are things that are beyond just the level of our physicality. This is where the idea of chi is as well, that chi is inside us, but chi makes up everything around us. Chi is the air we breathe, the physicality of our bodies, but also the ethereal nature of our bodies too, the energy that drives us. When chi is blocked, then illness comes about. When chi is flowing, we are healthy. When chi is abundant, we're in rude health. So we do our exercises to build up our chi, to gather our energy. And so when you relax into this easy exercise, it then becomes, you become one with the chi around you. You're no longer at odds. And so this is the idea, is to get yourself into this nice soft chi state. And also the important thing to remember is that if you're in a chi state, you're not going to hurt yourself. So because just chi moving through a chi field, if you're constantly straining your muscles and thinking, oh, this is a battle, then you're not in a chi state. You have to let yourself relax and surrender to a nice, easy, comfortable chi state. Okay, good. I think that's sufficient. We could just do perhaps a few long turns, just look back over the shoulders, really open the exercise up a bit, really stretch out. Use your neck a few times. And then let the whole exercise gently come to a stop. So sometimes doing these exercises can make you feel a little bit dizzy. So if you're feeling dizzy, just stop for a moment, relax, feel your connection downwards. And we're going to reset the chi system just by putting our hands in the earth, lift chi up. And then we're going to pour the chi down through the body. So from the top of the head, move the energy down. Imagine you can draw this energy all the way into your belly, this key area of the body. And then let the hands relax and imagine a connection that continues down into the earth. Okay, let's do that a few times. Draw the chi through. Settle and sink. Again. So the next time, we can just bring our hands onto the belly. Gathering chi, lift up. Draw the hands down. And then settle your hands on your tummy. So this move here, generally speaking, it's left hand first for guys, right hand first for ladies. But actually, that's a pretty not inclusive thing to do these days. What I always sort of say is, this is the way that's traditionally been done, left hand for guys, right hand first for ladies. But actually, what's more important is you listen to your body and see what that wants to do. So if you find that, you instinctively do your hands the other way around, there's no harm in that. Just listen to your body. So we put our hands on our belly. We just gently center our mind behind our hands, deep inside. So no longer mind up in the head, thinking about shopping at Sainsbury's, thinking about what we need to do next. Now it's mind, deep inside the belly, the mind inhabiting the body. Gentle, easy breathing. Just settles and calms you, just brings you into this aforementioned chi state. Okay, so we're going to do some simple forward and back bends just to help the rotation of the spine. Now we do elongation of the spine, very technical. Okay, so just let the hands gently down. We're just going to bend softly over. So let the head go over and then let your back gently peel over. You can keep your legs nice and soft. You can just gently go down, relaxing, settling. And then take the pressure off the back of your neck. Relax your neck as much as you can. So hopefully the head hangs straight down towards the ground, top of the head pointing downwards, knees are bent. Just relax the back to wherever it naturally goes. You don't have to overextend here. So we are going to try a little stretch just to go a bit further. Stretch gently towards your toes and then relax that. Imagine that you've drawn a line between the roots of your toes. So gently stretch towards that and release. Imagine a line drawn between your insteps. Gently stretch back towards that. So as you can see, just getting slightly deeper each time and release. And imagine a line drawn between your heels. Stretch back towards that. Great. Just let the body hang and relax. So we use this technique to stand up, which is we point our tailbones backwards up into the blue sky behind us, and then we swing the tailbone towards the front. We gently stack up each vertebra. Join your arms and ears together and try and bring them up as one piece. Draw slowly up to full height and stretch. Let your knees and hips go forward as you lean gently backwards. Stretch up and then go gently back. Stretch up and go gently back. Stretch up and go gently back. Great. We're just going to add some side bends to that. So just let your left hand drift down. The right hand goes down now. Left hand comes up. Stretch down on the left. Stretch down on the right. And then draw the hands up above the head. Good, so we can run through this cycle a few times. Keep nice soft knees this time. See if you can get the arms and ears to coordinate. So as we tip over, the body stays straight and just the top of the neck bending over. When the arms are parallel to the floor, then you can start to bend upper back, middle back, lower back. Let the body sink down and relax. And just see where you naturally get to. No contest here. Keep the knees soft. Just easily relaxed here. Okay, so the first stretch is down towards the toes. And then we release it. Then in line with the roots of our toes, gently stretching down and releasing. Heading towards the insteps and releasing. And then working our way back towards the heels and releasing. Body relaxes and hangs. Use the tailbone, lift the tailbone up into the blue sky behind. You find the legs straight a little bit, and then push the tailbone towards the front of the body. Roll the spine up, join the arms and ears together and try and bring those up as one piece. Stretch into the blue sky. Lean backwards. So the hips and knees go forward, you lean back. Stretching up and gently back. Stretching up and gently back. Stretching up and gently back. Great, let's do our side bends then. Left hand down. Just feel the right side of your body gently opening. Right hand down. Down on the left. Down on the right. And then bring the hands up above the head. Okay, so we're just going to try and give our hamstrings a little bit of a stretch. So try and straighten the legs and lock the knees back. And we'll tip over again. So it's arms and ears coordinated until we get down to arms sort of parallel with the floor. And then we can start to arch the upper back, arch the middle back, arch the lower back. Try and keep the legs as straight as you can. Just see where you naturally get to. Just allow the body to hang there. So we keep the legs straight. We can shift the weight slightly forward into the toes. And that just gives us an extra sort of hamstring stretch up the back there. Okay, so first extension takes us down towards the toes. Then we release in line with the roots of our toes. And release. Heading towards our insteps. And release. And then working towards our heels. And release. Let the body hang. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes towards the front. Spine rolls up. Arms and ears join. Whole body gently curls up. Stretching up to the blue sky. And then release knees and hips forward as you lean back. Stretching up and gently back. Up and back. Up and gently back. Great. Hands into the blue sky. Let's do the left hand bend down. Right hand. On the left. On the right. And then bring the right hand up. Last time through the whole cycle. So straight legs if possible. Tipping overhead, arms, ears. When the arms are parallel to the floor, arch into the upper back, middle back, and lower back, and let the whole thing settle. Relax. Keeping the legs as straight as you can. Body just hangs here. Okay, drifting down towards the toes. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. Toward our insteps. And release. Back toward our heels. Body relaxes and hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes to the front. Spine rolls up. Arms and ears follow. Drop to full height and stretch. Release knees and hips forward. And you go back. Stretching up. And gently back. Up. And back. Up. And back. Hands up into the blue sky. Curl left hand down. Curl the right hand down. Down on the left. Down on the right. And then bring the right hand up. And just allow the chi to gently pour through your body. As if your hands were shallow nozzles pouring chi down. We imagine the chi pours through by way on top of our head. this wonderful acupuncture point that kind of opens up and allows chi to pour through the body. Pour the chi into your head and imagine it gathering in the upper energy field, feeding your brain with chi. Imagine the chi pouring down into the center of your chest, feeding your organs with chi, pouring down into your belly, feeding lower dantian, the lower energy field. Let's release the hands down on the sides. And then we can gather chi a few times to stabilize. So we can just lift up. Just imagine drifting this chi down through your body. So this upper energy field in the head, and this middle energy field in your chest, and this lower one in your belly. Chi collects there. And then you can release the hands and imagine a connection into the earth. Let's go again. Gathering, lift up. Pouring, drawing chi deep down. Release and relax and allow the chi to flow. Keep going. So generally 3 times is enough, but if you feel you'd like to go more, just carry on, that's no problem. What we're looking for is a feeling of stability. So when the chi starts moving in your body, you might feel quite alive, but the question is, if you're zinging, that's fine, but are you suddenly feeling dizzy or wobbly? And if you're feeling dizzy or wobbly, you can always sit down or lie down. But the other thing is this pulling down, which really helps to stabilize. You'll literally imagine moving chi hands from your head, and all the head chi that's kind of buzzing around is being moved all the way back into your belly. And then you could actually put your hands on your tummy, which also brings you back to the center of your body. An awful lot of people sort of say, oh, I feel very ungrounded. I must really sort of connect myself to the ground. I'm always in my head. But actually, you don't want to be always in your feet either, feet of clay. You want to be in the core of your body. So centered is the way to be, not grounded, not up in your head, really centered in your core, connected into the earth below, and feeling that the chi can flow up into the body, connect from the heavens above, and feeling the chi can pour down into the body, and also feeling that you can connect out, connect downwards, connect upwards, connect outwards. So we have this idea that we reside, or our energy resides deep in this core field behind our hands. And that's where we try and rest our mind as well. Really focusing everything on the center of the body. But we can also expand from this energy field. And just imagine this energy is able to expand up through the body, fill your entire chest, spine, neck, head, down your arms to your fingers, expand downwards, down your legs into your feet. So lower dantian chi, the more you fill this energy field here, the more it supports every function of your body. So inhabit your whole body today. Feel that this chi can go anywhere it's needed. And then we can bring our minds back deep inside the center of the belly. And that can bring us back into the lower energy field. So it's with great ease that we just use our minds to expand the energy throughout the whole body, fill every part of the body, and then use the mind to contract the chi back into the core of us. Very easy to imagine expanding from the very center of you to your skin. Just feel that idea that you can radiate energy out from the core of the body to your skin. And then from the skin, deep back inside. It's almost like a breath, and it does happen with your breath also. Don't need to work it with the breath, but just be aware that when you breathe, your chi moves out to your skin. You can breathe chi in through your pores and then draw it into the center of the body. So we have this connection between breath and chi. So just imagine on your skin a layer, maybe about a couple of centimeters, layer round your body. It's called your Wei Chi Layer. A glowing shield of energy around your skin. And then what's beyond that? Well, we have a chi body. So you can imagine this energy field around you, a meter in front of you, a meter behind you, a meter to the left and right of you, a meter above you, a meter below you. If you were to stretch your arms out, the whole body expands out. It would then be a kind of a meter beyond your fingertips. So you have this vast, flexible chi body around you, which we inhabit. So the first layer is called your Wei Chi Layer, and it protects you. It's like a protective layer of chi. Protect you against bacteria and virus and chi that you no longer require or you don't want to take on board. So you have this lovely layer of chi around you protecting you. But the chi body does the same as well. Slightly sort of finer chi, but still there. But also the chi body connects you out with the chi field around you. We can connect out using our minds. We connect as a group. Our class connects together. This idea, no time, no space. This idea that time is just a construct of the mind. And so we can connect ourselves together. It doesn't matter if we're dotted all over the UK, dotted all over the world. So we can connect ourselves into the hundreds of thousands of classes that are taking place right now. Classes that have taken place, classes that will take place. Teachers all over the world. Dr. Pang, somewhere in China. We can connect all of these people and just feel that we're in the same chi field as them. One of my students very wisely said, of course, there's going to be somebody in the chi field who has what you need, has good information that will help you. And then pointed out, but of course, our chi that we put into the chi field is going to help other people as well. So we have this idea of an information layer that we can connect to. So just by being in this field, all of the good aspects of you connect into the chi field. If there's some aspect of you that isn't working so well, perhaps your liver, for instance, then that's interesting. Sorry, I've just suddenly realized. I just remember teacher Lou always saying, ladies, look after your livers. That's his thing. And of course, livers so often sort of connect to things like breast cancer and so forth. So liver is very, very important for ladies. I'm struggling now to remember what he said for men. I think it's spleen for men. Men look after your spleen, ladies look after your liver. I'll find that out for next week. So yes, so this idea that perhaps your liver isn't working so well, but there is someone in the chi field who has the perfect working liver. So you can get this good information back into your body just by connecting outwards and feeling this lovely connection through our class, through the classes, through the teachers, everybody who does your name around the globe, all this good information available to you. And then the idea that our whole universe is made of chi. That if we expand from the core of us, expand out into your chi field, expand out into your chi room that you're working in or chi space you're working in, and expand out into your local area, your town or city, whatever it may be. You imagine expanding yourself out into your county, countryside, country, expanding yourself out into the continent, expanding yourself out. And see our universe. Imagine blue sky. Start imagining our solar system, moon, sun, planets. Start to use your imagination out into the galaxy. Myriad stars. All of it chi. Our universe, unfathomably enormous. Who knows, other universes, perhaps. The vastness of it all, and the whole thing made from chi. So now you see that, taken in relief with your own body as a comparison, the amount of chi you need and the amount of chi there is no shortage of chi. The only thing that stops you having everything you need is the right-hand side of your brain. Oh, sorry, left side of your brain. All the patterns you build up, the logic you build up, the thoughts you build up, all the stories you tell yourself. I'm not good enough for that. I'll never be handsome, pretty. I'll never be smart. I'll never manage that. I'll never get the promotion. I'll never, we just tell ourselves things. But over the years, people have told us things as well. People have been cruel to us, vented their own unhappiness in our lives. You'll never amount to anything. A school teacher, who tells you you'll never amount to anything, because deep down inside, he feels that he's never amounted to anything, and now he's going to make sure that nobody else gets anything either, because he feels so miserable. And you end up thinking, oh my goodness, my teacher told me that, and now it's going to be true. We just live by these extraordinary patterns that we take on board. So these patterns we take on board, these ideas, these are what restrict us from having the vastness of the universe at our disposal. So when we quieten ourselves down, we can settle into a chi space. We can feel the true vastness of the universe. And we know that we can have anything we want to heal ourselves. We can have anything we want in our lives. This is where we get into kind of Joe Dispenza and American kind of, cheerleading along. You can have anything you want, all the money you want, a big car, a beach house in Florida. It's not quite the same, unfortunately. The universe doesn't necessarily see that as being what you need. What is your conscious journey through life? Does it need a beach house in Florida? Well, you probably think yes is the first answer, but maybe no is the second answer. And perhaps it will anyway. Perhaps that was always on your path, so don't give up. But the point about it is total healing. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to be incredibly well. We're looking to function perfectly. We're looking to have all the chi resources we need. We're looking to gently follow our path. And as we follow our path, whatever's on it will unfold. No need to push it, no need to force it. Just gently be with it every day. So feel the vastness of the universe. Your mind is such an extraordinary tool that it can imagine itself out amongst the stars, out in the vastness of space. Let's draw some chi back from the vastness of space. We can just imagine our journey back through our solar system. We can imagine eventually finding our beautiful Earth. We can imagine drawing ourselves from our through the blue sky, deep down into our atmosphere, and then we find our continent, we can find our country, we can eventually find our county, our city, whatever it might be, and then work back to where you are now, the space around you, and then into your body and deep inside. And as you do that, feel the resources of the universe in your body, the vastness, the vast potentiality, the possibility of total healing. With your mind, expand back out into the universe, way out into the stars. With your mind, contract deep back into the belly. Mind behind your hands. So easy, so powerful, so extraordinary that we've developed the ability to move ourselves through space just using our minds. So that is really an extraordinary form of time travel. Imagine yourself back in your childhood home. Now, it just takes a millisecond for you to conjure up that image and then bring yourself back into your body. So we have this extraordinary power in our minds to transport ourselves across time and space. So the only thing that stops us from really being truly successful, really being totally healthy, are the old stories and patterns that we've built up over the years. So now we have to find a way to dissolve those blockages, get them out, and allow our bodies to become truly happy, truly healthy. That thing your school teacher said to you about amounting to nothing, is that true? Is that just his bitter word? The stories you get told by religion about being a sinner, is that true? It's just somebody else's story, isn't it? The stories the doctors tell you about, oh, well, we don't expect you to get better. That's just their ridiculous opinions. I've met, well, hundreds of people who have changed their health, changed their way of being just by changing their minds. Making all of those doctors wrong. Poor chaps, they're working with one hand tied behind their back. They don't know about chi. They can't imagine traveling to the other side of the universe to bring back incredible energy to fill their bodies. They can't imagine dissolving the old pain, the old stories that we were given, the old blockages. They can't even see that as being a problem. All they see is a mechanical issue. Too much of this, not enough of that. Let's supplement the body with some sort of terrible chemical. Oh my goodness, it has a knock-on effect. They don't understand that just chi can heal. Just the mind. So in every single moment, there are millions of possibilities about what will happen next. It's down to you to choose the next moment. It's down to you to choose what happens next. So we have this cloud of potentiality. Every single moment has this cloud of potentiality. We could stop practicing, we could sit down, we could walk away, we could surrender, we could relax, we could quieten down, we could liven up, we could jump, we could, shout, ah, every single possibility. But what do you choose? Do you choose to let the old patterns continue? Or do you choose to go in there and let them dissolve, let go of the old stories, bring about complete healing? So when we're in this open state, we're just going to allow the body to let go of the things it doesn't need. So you might be working directly with a physical problem. I have a, X, might be tumor, sore knee, bad lung, whatever, headache, that I want to work with. Might be something very physical. Might be something emotional. I have a ex, relationship with a child, relationship with an ex-partner, relationship with, or I have a relationship with myself. I eat too much. Whatever it is, something emotional. I feel really sad about. I feel really, angry about. We can dissolve that. It might even be what you might call spiritual. I feel like I've lost my connection to all there is. I don't trust it anymore. I don't have faith anymore. Whatever it is you need to dissolve, we're going to do it now using La Chi, this beautiful healing exercise. Also think in terms of time. I had a really difficult childhood with my mother. Okay, dissolve it. I had a really bad experience with my uncle. Dissolve it. I had a really bad time at school. Let it dissolve. I'm really worried about the meeting that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. We're going to dissolve all worry, all problems around that meeting. So literally no time, no space. If there's something that needs fixing from your past or something that's worrying you about your future, just as easily done as dissolving, a sore muscle, tumor, whatever. So you're only limited by your imagination. So let's just think about what it is today that we want to work with. What aspect of you could you really dig in at and make a real change? So we're going to use our exercise La Chi to do that. Just bring the hands apart and hold a ball of Chi. When you open the hands up, it's the same idea as moving out into the universe. When you bring the hands together, it's the same idea as drawing Chi back. So when we open the hands, we can take this idea of bad relationship with Uncle John, and you open your hands and just see the whole thing dissolve. And then you bring back just happiness or love. It doesn't have to be anything specific. You don't have to build some amazing image. We just gently open the hands and let the problem dissolve. And we bring back happiness and joy in its place. Just one last thing to say. If what you're constantly doing is saying, my tumor, or my problem with John, my problem, problem meeting coming up, you're reinforcing it. So to begin with, you can just say, this meeting I have in 2 weeks, I'm just going to dissolve all the problems around it and make it absolutely perfect. And open up the hands and see that happen. And then bring the hands back, perfect meeting. And then the next time, don't just say, I've got a big problem, don't keep on repeating it. You can just say it once so you know what you're doing. So you've set your intention. And then after that, just see joy and happiness. Allow everything to open and be relaxed. Bring back a great moment in your life. So we're not reinforcing the tumor. We're not reinforcing the injury. We're not reinforcing the problem with the person by saying it over and over again. We just do it once, and then from then onwards, we're gently opening the hands and letting Chi dissolve. All of the problematic Chi dissolves. We bring our hands back together again. Everything's solved. Everything working well. Just make a small movement with the hands if you wish. It can be a big movement. Whatever suits you. I'm going to use the Chinese words to help power this exercise up. So when we open the hands, we say Kai. Kai means open in Chinese. But unfortunately, that doesn't know justice at all in this setting. Kai means dissolve. Kai means let go. Kai means universe, out, open, gone, problems, disappear. Then we say her. Her means close, but it also means bring back, draw in, gather healing chi inside. So we say Kai and her. We have this vast idea of what they really mean behind them. So let's just work through Kai, her. You can say it out loud with me if you wish, or we can just, you can say it quietly. You don't have to say it at all. You just move your hands. You can sit down, you can stand up. Just whatever works for you. Opening the hands gently. Let the hands drift back towards each other. Deep, deep opening. Draw chi back in to heal the problem. Letting go at the deepest level. Healing chi penetrates the situation. Let go, let go, let go. Just a few more. Totally dissolve. Totally heal. The next two a bit quiet. Last two, just move the hands. No sound. And then we can just gather our hands back to our belly. So what's nice to do when the hands are out in front is just gently sweep the hands back to your hips, flare them out in a big circle to the front, and then gently draw the hands back to the belly. Left hand for guys, right hand for ladies. But as you see fit today, draw the hands onto the tongue. Hold the hands there. Feel the healing chi deep inside. Let's do that one more time. Sweep the hands back, flare them out to the sides, out into the blue sky. Gather amazing chi back from the belly. Draw this chi deep inside. Lord Antien Chi is abundant. It supports all healing. Everything you were working with, starting to heal right now. Instant healing. Instant healing. So sometimes when we set off on these healing journeys, it takes a little bit longer for the body, for the outwards, to show. But essentially, we set in motion this incredible healing journey. We've changed our thoughts and minds about this healing journey. And then we set off in that direction, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and things start to change. So sometimes things heal in a moment, and sometimes things take a little bit longer to cook and to take time. But just so you know, you've now pushed off in the right direction. This healing is starting to build and take place. Reinforce it by doing it every day. Even if you only spend 10 minutes just doing a little bit of La Chi on the problem, it will change, it will shift, it will move. You can heal yourself using your mind and your body. There is no question of doubt about that. I've seen it happen again and again. You can create the miracle. You are just as worthy as anybody else. So let it happen in your life. Step out of the way and let your body heal itself. Let what you wish come to pass. So what we're going to do to finish is just gently turn some circles around the belly button. So gradually circling around the belly button just starts to draw any excess chi into the core of your body. Doesn't have to be fancy. We can only do 3 circles is fine. Just enough to bring our attention deep into this lower energy field. And we can take the 3 circles in the opposite direction. And that just signals to your body, we've come to the end of our practice. We're just closing down, holding all this chi inside, just reinforcing this energy field around our body. So as you stand here, you can imagine your Wei Chi Layer, just an inch around your skin, glowing, protective shield of energy. And then you can imagine your chi body around that, a meter around you. This vast field of chi keeping you safe, but connecting you into the outside world. See yourself a being of light, every cell in your body filled with chi. Imagine every cell in your body working well. Imagine every cell in your body doing exactly as it should. Perfect working order. All functions of your life returning to perfect working order. Just feel the truth of that in every cell of your body. All functions normal. All functions of your body normal. Put a big smile on your face. Slowly open your eyes and your hands down by your sides. If you need to stretch anything out that needs a bit of a stretch, bring a little bit of movement back into the body. And then when we're ready, we're going to say Hao La. So if you'd like to unmute yourselves, Hao La means good already in Chinese. Good already, fixed, sorted. What we do is put the hands up, I shout 1, 2, and we say Hao La together. Okay, so hands up. 1, 2. Hao La. 1, 2. Hao La. 1, 2. Hao La. And we've got a little salute for each other. It's right hand facing upward, left hand down, and you gather your fingers together. So this is called entirety palms, where they kind of gather each other and the thumbs close off. Thanks very much, everyone. Really good to see you all. Very good. See you again soon. Yeah, lift you up Porchy down tomorrow at 9:30 if anybody fancies. Perhaps see you there. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.